I want to thank you for coming back to the table for this conversation about love and real estate with Egypt Sherrod and Mike Jackson. They are the stars of HGTV's Married to Real Estate. But they have a whole lot more going on than just the real estate.
Yes.
There are these beautiful daughters.
My babies.
And I feel like, is that elementary, middle, and grown? Good grown?
6.
You hit it on the head.
Just turned 13 and 24.
Wow.
So they all need
23.
something different. 24
Yes.
in September. She's about to be 24.
Don't rush it.
Closer to
So-
24.
Don't rush it.
Dad's not ready for
Don't
that
rush
part.
it.
You're closer to 50.
Which gets us to the blended family part, right? You came into this union with a daughter, and then the two of you have, but then you've got business. How do you manage? How do you set aside how do you get to be the parent time?
That's a little big
Look,
question.
she's holding on by a string right now. But to be honest with you, God is all in the mix of everything we do.
Yeah.
That's the forefront. However, we also have an amazing tribe, family.
Aunties, uncles.
When we took the trip here to Georgia to actually move here, everyone followed us for the most part, and they said, "We see what you're doing.
Meaning
we support
the members of the village, the tribe, they
for the
aunties
most part,
come. Everybody, wow, that's beautiful.
And they've been hands-on because of them is the reason we're allowed to do this, and we're able to do this at peace, knowing that the kids are covered. Because as a parent, doing any business, you want to make sure that they're safe. Because if not, you just can't do everything you want to do at your full capacity.
You don't want to just have a nanny or an au pair or, babysitters, because they're not going to necessarily love your child. They'll take care of them, but they're not going to love them.
It's something different about having family.
But they raised us, so we know our kids are
Right, you know what's going to happen.
So we're grateful. We told everybody, as soon as we get off this roller coaster, everybody's going on a trip. You get a trip and you get a trip.
And Egypt, I love that you have been so candid about just some of the challenges of having a newborn. It's been a few years now, but I feel like part of the reason you talk about that is because you want other women to understand you are not alone.
Yeah.
Dads, you are not alone trying to support a mom managing what it's like to have a newborn.
Right.
Because every baby's different.
Well, so Harper is now 6.
Yeah.
I know it still feels like she's a newborn, everybody, because she was in diapers when we started our show.
Right.
But I was 42 when I had her. And I remember I went in and they just said, well, you're a geriatric pregnancy. I said, you said what?
You want to fight more. I'm a what? I'm a seasoned mother.
But for me, it meant so much because for a long time we had been trying to have another child. And I think a lot of people in general are faced with this, specifically women who you want to have your career and build and make your imprint on the world, but sometimes it comes at a sacrifice.
Right.
And I remember Oprah years ago said, you can have it all, just not all at once.
It's not always going to be at the same time.
Right, and it kind of stuck with me, but I also felt myself trying to prove her wrong. Right? And for me, I'm just grateful because I thought for a few years when we were trying and the doctors were telling us no, that it wasn't in the cards for me, that maybe I had waited too long, right, to start having babies and have a family. But then Harper came along and completed our family, and we wouldn't have it any other way. But they said, what do they say, Portia? No. Every kid you have, though, gives you a blessing and also takes something away. So Kendall took
What'd you get and what did you lose?
So Kendall took my waistline, but taught me patience.
Okay.
Harper took my eyesight. That's why I'm sitting here in sunglasses. I just had eye surgery on Monday. But she took my eyesight, but she also gave me, oh my gosh,
a true sense of vision.
She gave me connection back to source. Because I was losing myself a bit and then realigned in that minute. So it gave me a reconnection to source.
And in part of that reconnection is that where all the indigo brands come from. I mean, let's talk about indigo.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
No, you're not.
Baby, it's a whole talk show. Egypt Sherrod, radio personality.
Okay, girl,
what in the world do you mean? Tell me the story.
It's called making space and leaving room.
No.
Michael's not going to be left out.
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
We all won.
Yes,
so for years we had
that.
our own businesses. Why? For the very reason you started with at the beginning of the show. It's like, y'all do everything together. How?
Yeah.
So we thought that coming together in our work would actually break our relationship, but it helped it. So Indigo Road is our family of companies that we've built, starting at our kitchen countertop. So we have a real estate brokerage, and I'm so excited. We're expanding offices to other states, and we're opening one in Panama as well. And then we have Indigo Road Design Group, where we do virtual and in-house. Now we also have Indigo Road Home Furnishings, and we're launching our soft goods in 300 JCPenney's next month.
Congratulations.
So absolutely excited. And then Mike has...
You. No.
That's right. You got
answer.
Whether you like it or not, you got me.
No, let me tell you something. So even though I joke about that, and she says she talks too much, that happens a lot in relationships where a lot of folks feel like they have to compete with each other, one, right? Or they feel, they're shrinking themselves because one may be growing or elevating more.
Right.
With us, this is why we work, because no matter who's doing what, who's in front of the camera, who's shining, it all comes back to one household, right? It's all one.
Right.
So for me, she wins, I win. I win, she wins. So I have JacksonDraperRenovations.com, right? And then we have Ovation for Men, the cologne line. And then we have Marriage and Money podcast. So it always comes back to one.
And it always comes, and that one is the two of you.
Yes.
And when we return, we're going to talk more about how the two of you work in all of these wonderful spaces and lessons learned from tough experiences.
Yes.
We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.